while waiting for Congress to act can be frustrating, but none of you know what I'm talking about there, right? Our next set of panelists know that there is more for us to do right now than just wait. Instead of sitting idly by, they are a set of environmental, labor, local, and state leaders who are already working on one of the most common sense things we can do to reduce America's energy use, and that's improving the energy efficiency of our homes and office buildings. Here to introduce them and their efforts is Roger Platt.
Thank you so much. We have a wonderful panel for you now on a topic that, while it was referred to as common sense, also has a lot of wisdom and I think visionary elements to it. This is a conference, obviously, that's about green jobs. And I was reminded of the importance of that this morning when my daughter was talking to me, who's just graduated from college, summa cum laude, and she is watch while I market her over the rest of this event. And she plunked in Google the words, you know, she's looking for a job. So she wants a good job and she wants green jobs. And it pops up and she goes, "Dad, did you know you're about to introduce some people this morning at a conference?" And I said, "Absolutely, I do." And the people that I'm gonna introduce, she's amazed that I can brush my teeth, let alone, you know, get to a conference and do anything. So I basically said, I'm going to be introducing a teacher that's helping people get green jobs. I'm going to be introducing an advocate and a lawyer that's trying to make New York and the rest of the country a better place for a green economy. I'm going to be introducing a lawmaker from California. I'm going to be introducing a leader, a governor of one of the most progressive states in the country, and I'm going to be introducing a visionary business activist. Next is our leader. You recall we have our teacher and our advocate and our lawmaker, but we have a leader in the sitting governor of Vermont. And he is also an extraordinarily ambitious individual with progressive ideals that should not be shocking to us, but are increasingly hard to advance with the conservative momentum in our nation. So he is working and announced that Vermont will have a single-payer health insurance program, and he is working very, very diligently here, just in Washington now, to advance that. But has in Vermont, of course, on this issue of energy efficiency, he has in Efficiency Vermont and all kinds of programs in Vermont, also tremendous role models for economic development combined with environmental effectiveness. So with that, Governor, please give us some of your thoughts.
Well, thank you, and thanks so much to this great panel and to the Alliance for putting this together, and to all of you for joining us this morning. I'll try to be brief so that we can spend some time having a conversation. But, you know, I'm one of the few elected officials in America that ran for governor in 2010 on a very simple platform that I was going to help create jobs and get some tough things done by embracing the opportunity to grow Vermont's economy by facing climate change head-on, understanding that our window to make change is extraordinarily small, that if we don't scramble to change, get off our addiction to oil and move to renewables to do energy efficiency right, this planet's going to be unlivable for our kids and grandkids. It seems like a big one to me. And that we have an opportunity to make the Industrial Revolution and the recent tech boom look small by moving in all sectors, not just energy efficiency, but generation, transportation, everything that we do, to reorient the way we do energy as a state. And we're doing it. We have, as was just mentioned, the most aggressive energy efficiency utility. It's a regulated utility in Vermont. We all pay for it through a charge on our electric bill. That's drastically reducing the amount of kilowatts that we burn. We are exporting those jobs to other states because we're getting it right. In fact, I might mention, since we're here in Washington, D.C., it's actually our efficiency that does the energy efficiency here in the district. And we're showing how we can create jobs by doing energy efficiency right. We're harnessing the wind, the sun, our fields and forests through biomass, our cow manure through the great milk that we make to make great ice cream that some of you might have eaten in your careers. And Ben and Jerry's, if you're wondering. and doing everything that we know how to address this challenge. Now here's the results. We have doubled the number of solar panels in Vermont since I've been governor just over 2 years. We have built wind farms across the state, the first to be erected in our history. We are doing everything we know how to not only win on the electric utility efficiency front, but moving to thermal, because we're a cold state and we leak a lot of that foreign oil from our windows and our doors and our buildings. So we're conquering that one. But most importantly, we're getting the results. Vermont right now, because of our investments and manufacturing of the components to make this transition from oil to other ways of powering the future, happens to have the third lowest unemployment rate in America. That's a big deal. I want to point out that the states that are beating us, 1 and 2, happen to be beating us by extracting things from the ground that we're trying to get off our addiction to. So, you know, had it not been for the oil and gas they're drilling for, we'd be number 1. Second, we have more green, clean, high-tech jobs per capita than any other state in the nation. That's a new result because we're making these investments. And third, and perhaps most importantly, as governors who are trying to create jobs and economic opportunities, but also to raise the incomes of those who have jobs, because we know that the big challenge for America over the last decade has been stagnant incomes. We were actually the only state in America in 2011 to see income growth. It was only 4%, but guess what? It was 4% better than the other 49 states in America. So my message to all of us in this room is simple. If we could change our language about this conversation and this moral imperative to leave this planet very quickly in better shape than the way we found it, and talk about the jobs and economic opportunities that lie out there for those that go first, we would be winning this battle to ensure that the biggest energy hog in the world, the United States of America, becomes the jobs nation, where jobs are growing, incomes are rising, and we have a prosperous future. That's my message as a governor.
Check your watches and calendars. You were here and you heard a great leader. It is wonderful, and it is all too infrequent to find people who you want to have lead you at a time when these issues seem so challenging. The emphasis on the fact that these things are working is a source of some excitement to me, a little bit of frustration in that you can keep showing tremendous success, and some people seem to not be seduced into accepting this very powerful truth.